Hey guys, it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today I am doing a plan with me using the September Pastels kit. Yes, it is meant for September, but I am using it in August so that I could show it off to you guys before September. So if you're interested in getting the kit, you guys know what it looks like. I will be doing the same thing for other kits where I essentially use them in not the correct time of the year so that I can show them off so that you guys have an opportunity to get them in time. My current processing time is 3 to 5 business days, and I do use first class shipping, which does include tracking, and it's a flat rate US $3, flat rate $4 to Canada, and I think it's like $9 any other country. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, to get started, I started with my bottom washi, and at the time I was sitting down, which usually I'm standing when I'm filming, but today I was sitting down because I was actually doing a talk through originally, and Gabby was sitting on my lap, and it was nice and dandy, except I can't really see very well when I'm sitting down because I'm a little bit short and the table's kind of tall, and so I kept misaligning my stickers when I first started, and it was just a hot mess. So everything was kind of crooked at the beginning. And then I eventually did stand up when Gabby decided to scream bloody murder, which is why this is a voiceover and not a talk through. Because halfway through she was not having it, and then when I went back to finish filming, at that point I couldn't really record my voice, so I just kind of filmed in silence while watching YouTube videos and hanging out with the baby. So that being said, I put all of my checklists on the bottom as well as my to-do headers over them, and now I am putting down my little things for every day. This week is pretty straightforward. It's pretty much like my normal to-dos where I'm home with Gabby, working on stickers, hanging out with her, cooking at home, doing chores. So I definitely used all the to-dos every day. And then, of course, I eat every day, so I use the meal stickers. And then I started using some of the shipping trucks to mark packages and mailing things. And then I actually use the TVs that you guys see me putting down for YouTube, either filming or editing or posting. And I also use the laptops for that too, because instead of putting down like laptops or filming stickers and the little things, which would be more beneficial for me, I leave them as TVs because that's what people like to get, and it's easier for me to just print the kit as it comes standard versus making myself custom kits. As you know, I want you guys to see what actually comes in the kit versus like what I want to use in the kit, because I feel like when shops use like custom stickers that you can't buy, or they do custom stuff and then they look for it in their shop and you can't find it, it's kind of frustrating. So I like to use the kits as they come and then just like implement as I see fit. So in this case, I use the TVs for YouTube versus actually like watching things. And then here I used my glitter headers because I just really wanted to use glitter headers, and then I'm deciding where to put my deco boxes, which you will see I change my mind quite a few times and end up like removing and adding stickers and changing pages. And yeah, because I was like super indecisive, and then I ended up picking like the plaid patterns on one side and then the stripes on the other side. Also, I forgot to mention the kit I am using is in removable matte, but the headers are in glossy, and the headers are actually on cheap crappy glossy paper. It's actually not that, it's not crappy glossy paper. I just noticed that the darker colors on this glossy paper smear, which right there, I totally just smeared it. If you guys were paying attention, I actually just smeared it. There's like these smudge marks now on my stickers, and it only does that on this glossy paper and only with the dark colors. So like black, or in this case, this is an amethyst, like a really dark purple. It's smeared like crazy, which is why I don't use this glossy paper when it comes to selling stickers. I use a premium glossy paper for selling stickers, which is why glossy stickers cost more than removable matte. Because actually, if I sold you stickers on the glossy paper I used for these headers, they would be the same price. But like I said, they smear, and for that reason, I would never sell these to you guys. So since I already have them, I use them whenever I want to print glossy for myself because, I mean, otherwise the paper is just going to sit there and not be used. And it's cheaper for me to use the cheap glossy for myself. And then I use the expensive gloss paper for you guys. So if you haven't noticed, I put down a doctor's appointment sticker. I accidentally put it on the wrong day, so I moved it. Luckily removable matte paper. And then for the areas where I had white space, I put down some washi and then a half box to cover up the area. And then anything else that I have that's significant, I add additional appointment boxes, either quarter boxes or more half boxes, depending on if it's something with a lot of text versus a little text. Like when I write baby bath, that's 2 words, so I'll use a bigger box. Or if I want to use decorative stickers, then I'll use a bigger box. And then if it's just like a 1-word thing, like I would pump, like, because I'm breastfeeding, so I'll mark the days that I pump with a little sticker. And so here I'm just filling in areas with washi tape and appointment boxes, and then I'll fill them in later. But essentially anything that I consider like important or big deals or things that are out of the norm, like excessive amounts of chores or going over to a friend's house or going shopping, like those are things I don't do every day, so then I'll put them on appointment boxes. And then like daily to-dos like washing dishes or doing regular laundry or working on stickers and stuff, I'll put that in the to-do section. So that's how I determine what goes into the appointment boxes and what goes in the to-do area. And then now for the sidebar, I'm actually hunting for stickers right now because I wanted to use some habit trackers, and I personally don't make habit trackers. I'm currently designing them as we speak. They'll probably go up next week, probably not this week, because this week I was working on date covers and Halloween stickers, so there'll be a delay in habit trackers stickers, but I used the habit trackers from Sponsored by Coffee. Her and I did a swap a while ago, and I had picked out some of her habit trackers because, like I said, I don't make them myself. And so I bought a bunch from her, like all of her multicolor ones. She has, like, the one that I used here is a gradient with 4 in one big box. And then I also bought individual ones. But I really like this because that color actually matched really well with the colors that I'm using for this week. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm totally going to use that. Even though I only filled out, I think, like 3. Or maybe I did use all 4. But yeah, it was really convenient. But as you can see here, I'm having like sticker crisis. I'm like removing and replacing and removing and replacing and removing and moving. I was just like trying to fill this tiny gap. So I kept swapping out washi strips because I have multiple size washi strips. And then finally I was like happy with it. But it took me a while. Then now I'm using my icon stickers to mark those half and quarter boxes. So like Happy Mail and then picking up the dogs. And then I used a heart for the times that I would pump because I'm trying to store some milk for daycare so that baby bear can have some milk. And then I did use my old date night stickers. I'm trying to essentially get rid of them because I'm no longer making them. So I use them as often as possible. I use them in this planner. I use them in my personal planner because I have like 5 sheets of them because I loved them so much. I made myself a bunch of them on different paper, like some on glossy, some on matte, some on removable matte. So I have a ton of them. So as you guys can see, I was like going in and using them. I think I used like 3 or 4 this week, those date night stickers. And then I had a laundry icon, and then I also have the laundry round circle icon, so I used both. So that's why there's 2 laundry stickers on this same box. And then I use the rubber duckies to mark the times we do baby baths. And then I use these cute planner stickers by Oh Hey Sticker Co. I love those planner stickers for like whenever I film or edit Plan With Me's. And then the little doggy is also from Oh Hey Sticker Co. So I love the little icons. Oh, and these crosses are from Carolina's Crafts because we had church and a baptism to go to on Sunday, and we were also planning our own baptism for our baby. So like there's a few times where I write baptism on here. One was for us and one was for our friends. And then at this point I am taking a picture of the before the pen for Instagram. Yeah, I did that totally mid-filming. How awesome is that? I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm just going to leave that in there. But you guys will see at the end that I did end up adding date covers, but I did that like today. So I filmed this like 2 days ago. Filmed the plan with me 2 days ago. And then I made the date covers like today and doing the voiceover today. And I added the date covers after the fact, but I did film it. You'll see it at the end. So essentially I like went back and refilmed or added to the filming. So I'm just going in and filling out some information like mailing out orders. We picked up the dogs from the Dog Spot Hotel because they were staying at the kennel over the weekend since we went to Miami. Because we live like closer to Cocoa Beach. That's probably the best like place to reference is Cocoa Beach. But Tino's family is in Miami, so we did not take the dogs with us because we have 4 dogs. If you are new to my channel, we have 4 dogs. We took one of the dogs with us to Miami, but 3 of them went to a kennel. We essentially took our oldest dog with us because, one, she's pretty old and she's on a lot of meds, so it's best if she just comes with us. And then I filled out my sidebar, which included reminders for each day. And then I also wrote down some errands that we had to run throughout the week. And then I also filled out the habit tracker. I do take medication every day, like prenatals and stuff like that, and vitamins for baby since I am breastfeeding. And then tracking like when I post Instagram. And then I also track like the day baby's naps during the day as well as her diaper changes, because they always ask me that at the doctor's office. They're like, how often does she nap and how many diapers does she go through? And I'm like, I don't know, I need to write that down. So I use that in my habit tracker. And then of course, like I am just filling out like the baby bath when we went to BJ's. If you don't know what BJ's is, it's like a Sam's Club. We also went to Outback, doctor's appointment, and then now I'm filling in that I worked on glitter stickers on Thursday. That was a big deal for me. And then we did tons of laundry that day as well. And then the heart sticker I used to mark that we finally set our date for Gabby's baptism, which then like a few days later we had to reset the date because there was some conflicts at church. And then Friday I did a lot of like filming and editing, and then I posted the new release video on Friday. And then my husband and I did go to Chili's that night for dinner, but we really didn't do much that day other than like go out to dinner, and then I filmed and edited because my husband, you know, works during the day. So on Friday I just like spent the whole day like filming and stuff with the baby, which was pretty cool. And then Saturday we did tons of errands. I mailed out a bunch of orders that I had worked on the previous day. We had Ruby Tuesdays for lunch while we were running errands. We had to go to LensCrafters. Tino got new glasses. We went to Dillard's, bought Gabby a new dress. Had to get some groceries at Publix. We did rent Allegiant from the Divergent series, so we watched that Friday night. And then we had church on Sunday, and we also went to a baptism on Sunday. Essentially, baptism and church were the same time, but I like to write them down because, like, technically we're there for church, but we're also there for the baptism. And then the rest of the day was, like, lots and lots of naps because we had to get up early that day for the baptism, which Gabby and I don't normally get up early. So her and I, like, super napped that afternoon. Like, we had tons of naps, like, throughout the day after that. And then we watched some Olympics, and then before bed we gave her a bath. But yeah, that is it for this spread. Oh, and then I realized I totally forgot my weekend banner, like, fail sauce. And then I put it down on the bottom, and then I accidentally covered some of my text, but I was like, I already placed it. I'm not doing it again. And then this is the part where I actually came back and made date headers. They're not in my shop yet. They'll be in the shop this Friday. So I did not like the text because it was yellow, because obviously it's in August. And I was like, the yellow totally does not go with this. So I literally designed date covers because of the fact that I didn't like it matching. And I went ahead and made date covers for all the new kits that I have. So there are technically 5 kits up in the shop currently. So I made 5 covers for those kits to include this, which was last week's plan with me, and then the vintage rose garden as well. So I went ahead and like went back, and I actually didn't need to cover these last 2 weeks because that was red and red, and then that was green and green. but I was like, whatever, I already made them, so I went ahead and filled it out. And yeah, that is it. So I think it looks so much better with date covers. What do you guys think? That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this September pastel plan with me, and if you guys are interested, of course, everything will be linked down below, including the other shops that I mentioned while I was filming this. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Erica from Brains to Beauty.